humans, it's just Martine, and today I'm going to be doing the 20 questions reading tag. I was tagged for this reading tag by Janessa from Books with Nessa. I'm going to link her channel down below so you guys can go and check her out. She's one of my friends here on BookTube, and she tagged me in this, and so I'm going to do it. I'm a little late to responding because at first I wanted to do this video with my sister, but then I think my sister forgot about the message I sent her about it, so it's okay. We're gonna do this now. We're gonna try to make it fun. Yes. All right, question 1. How many is too many books in a series? I am very much of the belief that any amount of books in a series could be the wrong amount, could be too many, but I think it depends on the series. So for instance, like Kingdom Keepers has 7 books in the series. Is that too long? Who knows? Is it too long that there's now a second and a third series on the way that is technically part of the Kingdom Keeper series? That's too long. The plot finished. We shouldn't still be here. So if there's no plot, if there's no growth happening, if nothing interesting is happening, if things are only getting contradictory, cut it. Stop. That's too long. Question 2, how do you feel about cliffhangers? I'm of two minds when it comes to cliffhangers. On the one hand, I think they help me enjoy a book more. On the other hand, they're really frustrating because I don't typically buy new books, so I just pick up books from places where I can get them the cheapest, and usually that means that if there's a cliffhanger, there's very little chance that I'll get the next book. There's only one Kingdom Keepers book that ends off on a total cliffhanger, and I absolutely hated that because I read most of the Kingdom Keepers books as soon as they came out, so that was really frustrating. I will say though that cliffhanger was my favorite part of the show between the lions growing up. In fact, the only good part, I would argue, so in that sense, I love cliffhangers. Question 3, hardcover or paperback? I'm gonna go paperback all the way here. Hardcover is just, it's not floppy. That's it. It's not floppy, it's hard to hold, it's heavier. All of those things make it terrible. You don't really crack the spine. So I don't care about my books looking a certain way. I care about reading my books. And hardcover just makes it difficult to bring them places. It makes it difficult overall to read them, so I'm going paperback. Question 4, favorite book. I did a whole video all about my favorite books and how I feel about being asked what my favorite book is and such. So go and check that out if you really want the answer to this question. I'm not gonna tell you right now because that would spoil that whole video. Question 5, what is your least favorite book? Do I have a least favorite book in general? I don't know if I do. I have lots of books that I have highly disliked, but I would not say that I have a least favorite book. That might not be true, but I can't think of one now. So, moving on. Question 6, love triangles, yes or no? See, here's the thing with me. Love triangles, they can be angsty, all right? And sometimes angst is a good thing, but more often than not, I find that love triangles encourage cheating to occur, and we're just not gonna go there. We are going to give that a big fat no. And also the issue with love triangles for me is that a lot of the times it's based off of sexual attraction, and as an asexual, I don't really care about that in a book. So if that's going to be the main basis behind a love triangle, then I don't care. I don't care. Question 7, what is the most recent book that you couldn't finish? I wouldn't say that there's any book that I can't really finish. Sometimes it might take me a long time. Oh, one that I haven't finished but that has been going for way too long is The Dream Thieves, the second book in the Raven Cycle series. I don't know why it's taking me so long, but I sure keep forgetting that I'm in the middle of it. So that one, I guess. Question 8, what is a current book that you're reading? I'm reading lots of books. I'm reading Drums of Autumn by Diana Gabaldon. I'm reading Moon Underfoot by a person. I'm reading Kingdom Keepers 3. I just started Sky Hunter by Marie Lu. I'm reading The Wife Between Us. Lots. We're always in the middle of a lot. Question 9, what is the last book you recommended to someone? Probably Lazarus. If you haven't heard me talk about Lazarus, do I have the book for you? It's a book that I recently fell in love with, and I own it, and I can't wait to reread it. Super exciting. Aside from that, probably the Illuminae files. Question 10, what is the oldest book you've read by publication date? I need to go look at my Goodreads. I'll be back in a minute. It's As You Like It by William Shakespeare, or really any Shakespeare that I've read. At least this is according to stuff that I've put into Goodreads. Followed next by The Legend of Sleepy Hollow and then Wuthering Heights. Cool. Question 11, what is the newest book you've read by publication date? I don't really read many new releases, but I have read some arcs this year. So I think it's probably Lazarus, but I could be wrong. But Goodreads is being fickle, so I'm just gonna say it was Lazarus. Question 12, who is your favorite author? Okay, so I haven't read everything by him, but I will say an author whose books so far have pretty much only gotten 5 stars from me is Jay Kristoff. So we're just gonna go with that. But I also do love Sarah Dessen. Very different types of writing, but both good. Question 13, buying books or borrowing books? I'm going to say big borrowing books. because when I buy books, I buy them at the cheapest possible price, and I usually end up getting rid of them anyway. Like, I'm not the type of person who really has a huge collection of read books. Like, I have my bookcase with books that are to be read, and I have a shelf with books that I have read, but I get rid of a lot of those, to be honest. So borrowing books is just kind of better. Question 14, what is a book that you dislike that everyone else seems to love? I really should have prepared my answers for this before I started filming. Is it rude to say Beloved? Like, I just didn't understand that book, but my professor was like, this book is so good, and it's basically like a modern classic-ish, but I didn't vibe with it. Like, here's Beloved and here's Kindred, and they have some similar elements, but like Kindred is exponentially more my style. I don't know if that's a hot take. Question 15, bookmarks or dog ears? Bookmarks. Bookmarks for sure. I don't like dog earing pages, especially because I like borrowing books. I don't keep books. I think it's annoying. I just don't like dog earing pages. I don't get it. And I read in like really short spurts. It's not like I'm going to dog ear a page every like 100 pages or so. Sometimes it will be like 2 pages before I have to put my bookmark back in. So we're just gonna bookmark it, okay? Question 16. I keep trying to say chapter, like chapter 16, but question 16. What is a book that you can always reread? And for this, I'm going to have to say Kingdom Keepers 3, because I do always reread it, almost constantly. But if we're going to avoid answering with a Kingdom Keepers book, then I'm gonna have to say Ender's Game. I could read Ender's Game every day. I wouldn't really want to because I have lots of other books I want to read, but I could theoretically read Ender's Game every day and be okay with it. Question 17, can you read while listening to music? This depends. Sometimes, yes. Sometimes, no. Sometimes it's a not really, but I do it anyway. But for the most part, I just kind of read in silence. Question 18, one point of view or multiple? I can tell you what is not the right answer, and that is third person semi-omniscient. I like multiple point of view because like it lets you see other people's perspectives. On the other hand, sometimes there are perspectives you don't want to read from. On the other hand, what if it's only told from one perspective and that's a perspective you don't like? I don't think I have a preference though. Question 19, do you read a book in one sitting or in multiple days? And both. The answer is both. It depends on the book. It depends what my schedule is like. Like over Reading Rush, I would read a book in one day, pretty much in one sitting. That's not what I usually do, but it happens. It happens. And the final question, question 20, is who do you want to tag? Personally, a lot of people I know have already been tagged in this, so I'm going to do a brilliant thing that Bailey from Is Bailey Reading did on her version of this tag, and that is comment down below if you want to be tagged by me for videos like this in the future. Take this as me tagging you if you want to be tagged, and if you don't want to be tagged, don't make the video. But yeah, this is me officially tagging you if you so choose. And again, let me know in the comments if you want specifically to be tagged by me in the future for videos like this. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and comment down below. How do you feel about reading tags? Do you prefer reading tags, book tags, any type of tags, no tags? Let me know. And subscribe for more reading, writing, and college lifestyle content on Wednesdays and Sundays. And until next time, bye humans, bye!